Daniel 3:25a. Ane va'amar ha, ana chazeh guvrin, arba'a sharayan ma lakin bago nura. And that brings us to this Zakef Katon. So back to the beginning. These are all participle masculine singular. He answered and said. And then next up is this particle that acts a lot like biblical Hebrew hine. And we could gloss it behold, but it's this expression of surprise. Behold! And then next up, we have the first common singular independent pronoun, I. And that's necessary because next up is the all participle masculine singular that's acting as the verb. And of course, participles don't encode person. They have gender and number, but not person. So that's why we must have the pronoun here in this case to tell us that this is Nebuchadnezzar's direct speech. I see. That's the verb idea here. Men, which we know because of the hirik yod nun suffix. Men coming up to the revia, 4. Now that comments hey on the end. We remember that there's chiastic gender concord in the numbers from 3 to 10, so that's expected. What's not expected, that's the function of the surprise here, is that there are 4 men rather than 3. So we continue, and then here we have shin resh aleph as a verbal root. That is the all passive participle masculine plural, so it's acting as an attributive adjective. Unbound. So remember the emphasis on bound before. Unbound. And what are they doing? Mem prefix, hirik yod nun suffix. This is the afel participle masculine plural of the familiar hey lamed kaf verbal root. Now we would just want to pause for a moment and say that Biblical Aramaic also has the aleph zayin lamed verbal root that shares the semantic range of hey lamed kaf. There's more discussion of this in Biblical Aramaic for Biblical Interpreters, page 119. So continuing on in the midst of the fire. So altogether he answered and said, behold, look, I see 4 men, not 3, 4 men unbound walking in the midst of the fire.